This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, right. So yesterday we have seen standard payment with respect to vendor. With respect to vendor, we have seen standard payment and we are supposed to see partial payment. So what exactly is partial payment and how partial payment scenario shall be seen in SAP system? Okay, right. So let me take an illustration to understand partial payment. What exactly is partial payment? Okay, right. See, before explaining this with respect to partial payment, whatever we have discussed in yesterday's session as far as concerned to standard payment, let us discuss. See, to understand the standard payment, what we have seen, we have processed vendor invoice for 50,000 rupees and total 50,000 we have paid at a time. So as we have paid total 50,000 at a time, as we have cleared total 50,000 at a time, we considered it as a standard payment, because standard payment is that payment in which the total outstanding amount or the total payable amount will be cleared, will be paid at a time to the vendor. Okay. So when it comes to the partial payment, let me take an illustration for your easy understanding sake. Okay. So illustration I'm trying to give you, and this illustration we will see practically in the system. Okay, assume that purchased goods oblique material worth rupees 40,000 from the vendor. Okay, then amount paid to the vendor, I repeat, assume that purchased goods oblique material worth rupees 40,000 from the vendor on, let us say, today's date, 26th 06/2019. Amount paid to the vendor of rupees, let's say 4,000 on 27/06/2019. Next, balance amount of rupees. How much is the balance amount? 36,000. So 36,000 paid on, let's say, 30th/06/2019. Right. So this is the illustration with which I would like to explain what is partial payment. What we have done is, initially we have purchased material or goods from the vendor worth of 40,000. So we are supposed to pay 40,000. But instead of paying 40,000 at a time, what we have done is, initially we have paid a small amount. Initially we have paid a partial amount of 4,000 on 27, and remaining 36,000, remaining balance we have paid on 30th/06/2019. So if we have made payment like this in this particular mode, then we can say that we are following a method, we are following a type called partial payment type or partial payment method. So when we are supposed to use partial payment concept is, out of the total due amount, if the total due amount is paid 2 times or more than 2 times, and during the first time payment, if the lesser amount is paid, so first lesser amount will be paid and later on the remaining higher amount will be paid. So lesser amount, if you see, when compared to 36,000, 4,000 is lesser amount, correct? Right. So when we are making payment to the vendor, initially we are making a partial outstanding amount we are making payment, rest of the balance we are paying later on. So if this is the case, how this should be processed in the system, let us see. Clearly understood? Yeah. So in this Step number 1. Seems to be you're dull today.
No, actually, I was just having a meeting from 5:30 to 6:45, so
Oh, I'm tired. Huh?
no, it's okay.
Okay, okay. Right. So, can I continue?
Yeah, sure, you
Yeah,
can.
yeah. So, first step number 1. So, let us process invoice for the goods purchases. Okay. So, take the step, process vendor invoice for the material purchased worth of rupees 40,000 using F-43 using F-43 using 43 F-43. So yesterday I have given the path for F-43. So directly I am going F-43. So F-43, give F-43 in the command box. Give F-43 in the command box. Press enter. Press enter. F-43 in the command box. Press enter. Give the document date, today's date. Give the document date, today's date. Document type must be KR. KR is the document type which is used
For
for
invoice.
processing vendor invoice. Yes. Company code MMI1. Posting date, today's date. Posting period is 3. Currency INR. Then currency INR. Then posting key 31, that is vendor credit. Our vendor is 1119301. If you remember the code, you can directly type, or else anyway you have an option to take the help from the system by clicking on this drop down button. So give the vendor number, vendor account number, press enter, and the amount is 40,000. Then text vendor invoice processing for the purchases, vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Then posting key 40. Then GL account is 3 lakhs 3, purchases GL account. Then press enter. Give star in amount field, plus in text field. Star in amount field, plus in text field. See, as you know this process, I am going bit fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on document on the main menu. Click on simulate. Click on document on main menu. Click on simulate. And click on post. Click on post. That's it. We have processed vendor invoice. That means we have purchased goods worth of rupees 40,000. For the purchase of 40,000 goods, we have processed vendor invoice. We have not yet paid the amount, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if we go and see the vendor account, how much outstanding it should show? Payable amount should be how much?
40,000.
40,000. Yeah. So next step, let us see the vendor line items. Step number 2, display vendor line items using FBL1N. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the payable amount. In order to know the payable amount. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the payable amount. So give FBL1N in the command box. FBL1N in the command box. Give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. and give the vendor number 1119301. Our vendor number 1119301. Company code MMI1. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Click on execute. Click on execute. Hello? Hello? Yeah, Manisha.
Yeah, actually I got disconnected. I was not able to hear you, so I logged in again.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I
Where
just listen
from?
till enter the transaction FBL1N and press enter.
Yeah, so I'll repeat once again. So give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Give the vendor account number. Vendor number 1119301. Our vendor number. Company code MMI1. Company code MMI1. Company code MMI1. Now I am clearly audible, no?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Click on execute. Click on execute. Click on execute. See, Manisha.
Yeah.
Now the balance is 40,000.
Yes.
The balance is 40,000, right? Okay.
Mm.
Just look at the screen. Just for your information sake only. Okay. Whatever I'm going to say, nothing to do with partial payment, but for your additional information sake, I'm telling you. Okay.
Okay.
1 second, please be on the line. I'm getting call from office.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm back, please. See, if you look at the screen clearly, you are able to see many line items with different colors, with different icons. Few items with red color, few items with green color, right?
Yeah.
See, the screen is appearing, report is appearing like this because we have
We
selected
select
an
all
option,
items.
all
Yeah.
items. So as we have selected all items, it will show due items as well as cleared items.
Yeah.
Suppose, just I'll go back, I'll select only open items. If I execute now, system will display only those items which are with red icon. See, now there is no green items, right?
Yeah.
If I go back and if I select cleared items and if I execute, it will show items with only green icon which were paid already, which were cleared already.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and if I select all items, you know it already. Okay. Right. So looking at the system, we understand that 40,000 is the amount which we are supposed to pay to the vendor, correct? As we have purchased goods worth of 40,000 from our vendor, Mr. Miraj. Now,
Yeah.
out of 40,000, what we do is let us pay the partial amount. Assume that we have paid 44 out of 40,000, we have paid a partial amount of 4,000, and let us process that payment of partial amount of rupees 4,000. So take the next step. Step number 3. Step 3. Process vendor payment of rupees 4,000 in brackets, which is a partial payment. Process vendor payment of rupees 4,000, which is a partial payment, using F-53. 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 Okay. Right. So yesterday I have given F-53 path. So directly I'm going with the T code. So give F-53 in the command box. Give F-53 in the command box. Press enter. This is important, please. Document date, today's date. Document date, today's date. Document type must be KZ because we are processing the payment. We are not processing the invoice. Document type KZ. Company code, our company code, MMI1. Then posting date, today's date. Today's date. Posting period is 3. Posting period is 3. Currency INR. Currency INR. Then give the clearing text. Partial payment. Partial payment. Partial payment. Give the clearing text, partial payment. Then account, cash GL account, 1,01,000. See, when we pay through bank, how that will be processed, I'll explain later. We have a concept called automatic payment program or banking, house banking concept separately. At that time, we will understand. So account 1,01,000, amount only 4,000, no? Though we are
Yeah.
due, yeah, 4,000. The next text, same partial payment. Text partial payment. Open item selection account. Open item selection account, nothing but vendor number. So 1119301, our vendor. 1119301, our vendor. Write down carefully. Click on process open items on the top left. Click on process open items on top left. Yeah. See here, amount entered is 4,000, assigned is 40,000. Actually, we are supposed to pay 40,000. Presently, we are trying to process 4,000 only, because we have paid, as we are assuming that we have paid only 4,000 instead of 40,000, and we want to pay remaining 36,000 later. So amount entered is 4,000, assigned is 40,000, not assigned is 36,000. Yesterday I have mentioned one point when we discussed about standard payment. If you have remembered or not assigned column must be 0.
Yes.
This particular
Yeah.
field must be 0. Unless the amount in this not assigned field is 0, system will not allow us to go ahead with processing of the payment. Okay. Now what we have to do is, now write down carefully. You must have taken points Click on process open items on the top left. When we clicked on process open items, system has given this screen. Then write down carefully. Click on partial payment tab. You can see here standard, partial and residual. So click on partial payment tab. Partial payment tab. Write down very carefully. See here, you have a column with a description called payment amount, and in this payment amount you can see the amount with red color visible.
Yeah.
So write down carefully. Double click on the amount. Double click. I said double click. Double click on the amount in payment amount column. Double click on amount in payment amount column, which is red in color. Even in real time also it is same. I repeat once again, double click on the amount in payment amount column, which is red in color. So right now I am double clicking. Observe what will happen once I double click. Right now I am double clicking. See that 40,000 has become 4,000. Correct?
Yes.
And come down here. Amount entered is 4,000. Assigned is 4,000. Not assigned is 0.
Yeah.
Right? So as not assigned is 0, now we can go ahead with the processing of the payment, partial payment. Okay. So continuation, please. Click on document on the main menu. Click on document on the main menu. Click on simulate. Click on simulate. Click on simulate. Click on post. Click on post. Click on post. So what we have done is we have purchased goods worth of 40,000. Out of 40,000 we have paid partial amount of 4,000. Then if we go and see the balance, how much must be the due amount?
Yeah.
How much will be the due amount?
36.
36,000. Let us ensure that. So take step number 4. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the balance payable amount. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the balance payable amount. In order to know the balance payable amount. So give FBL1N in the command box. Give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Press enter. Give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Give the vendor account number 1119301. Give vendor account number 1119301. Give the company code MMI1. Give the company code MMI1. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Click on execute. Click on execute. Click on execute. Now see 36,000 balance. Correct?
Yes.
But the point here is, see this 4,000 is a payment, no? Cleared amount, no?
Yeah.
but still system is showing red in color. Though system is showing with red in color, we don't need to worry. We can confirmly say that it is a payment. Confirmly we can say that it is a payment. It is a paid amount, not the due amount. Without any
By the
doubt,
document.
correct, by the document type. Yeah, KZ. By the document type KZ, we will come to know that it is not a due amount, rather it is a paid amount. It is not a payable amount, rather it is a paid amount. Hope you must have understood why SAP has provided different document types right now, right?
So this
Excellent.
red color will cleared only once the full payment is
That
done.
is correct. Correct. You are excellent, sir. You are excellent. Okay. The next step. Let us clear the 36,000 remaining balance. Step number 5. Process vendor payment. Process vendor payment. Process vendor payment for the balance due amount. For the balance due amount using F-53. Using F-53. Using F-53. Yeah. So give F-53 in the command box. Give F-53 in the command box. Press enter. Press enter. Give F-53 in the command box. Press enter. Give the document date. Give the document date and the document type KZ. Document type KZ. Company code, our company code MMI1. MMI1. Posting date, today's date. Actually, in real time, actual payment date shall be taken here. Posting period 3. Posting period 3. Currency INR. Currency INR. Then clearing text. Vendor payment for the balance outstanding. For the balance outstanding. Vendor payment for the balance outstanding. Need not be the same text. You can write your own text, but that should be understandable. Account 1,01,000 GL account. Then amount 36,000. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. The next text. Just I'm giving vendor payment for the balance outstanding. Vendor payment for the balance outstanding. So give the vendor account number 1119301. Give the vendor account number 1119301. Click on process open items button, which is on the top left. Click on process open items, which is on the top left. Process open items. See, observe carefully here. If you come down to the screen, amount entered is 36,000, assigned is 36,000, not assigned is 4,000, zero amount. So as the field of not assigned is 0, comfortably we can go ahead with processing of the payment. We must and should ensure that not assigned field should be with 0 amount. So click on document on the main menu. Click on document on the main menu. Click on simulate. Click on simulate. See, observe carefully. I have not yet clicked on simulate. While processing 36,000, system has considered both documents 30,002 and 40,002. 30,002 is the vendor invoice. 40,002 is the partial amount paid. So by considering these two, system is able to calculate this amount 36,000. Okay, so SAP software is designed in such a way that this designing also, while designing also, they have taken a lot of care. Just looking at the screen, by observing the screen, we can learn so many things. Okay, so end user will be so comfortable if he is really interested to learn the subject. Basically, just by going through the screens, we will understand the concept, we will understand the process. What is happening inside also can be understood if we are bit careful. Okay, so go to the document on the top left and click on simulate. Click on post. Click on post. Click on post. Now the last step. Before going to the last step, what we have done, let me revise. We are trying to understand the concept of partial payment. To understand the partial payment concept, initially we have processed goods purchased or material purchased worth of 40,000. What I mean to say is, for 40,000 value, we have processed vendor invoice. Out of 40,000, initially we paid a partial amount 4,000, that has been processed. Then later on, we have paid total amount, remaining balance amount, that is 36,000 we have paid. Now at this point of time, if we go and see the vendor account should show outstanding amount as nil, correct?
Yes.
Right, so let us ensure that. Step number 6, display vendor line items using FBL1N and ensure that the payable amount is 0. Payable amount is 0. In real time, it might not be 0 because some other invoices must be there, but conceptually, as we are learning now, it must be 0 for learning purpose, for understanding the scenario purpose. I'm giving you the step by step. So display vendor line items using FBL1N and ensure that the payable amount is 0. Now, so give FBL1N in the command box. FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Give the vendor number 1119301. Give the vendor number, company code MMI1. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Click on execute. Click on execute. Click on execute. See, now the balance is 0. This 4,000 now it is with green indicator, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Suppose if I select open items and execute, what will happen? Any guess?
Nothing will be there.
Nothing will be there means same report will appear.
No. No.
See, I'll execute. Observe the screen. See, no items selected. You can see the message in the bottom left side. I have selected open items radio button and I have executed. I have clicked on execute button. It says no items selected. That means there were no outstanding invoices which are supposed to be cleared, right?
Yeah.
Then if I select all items,
We can see the same report.
yeah, same report. Even if I select cleared items and see the report, it will be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So this is what is partial payment. The next, let us see residual payment. Residual payment. Okay. Residual payment. Let us see the next last payment method. Residual payment. It is similar only, but conceptually bit difference. First, let me take the Control X, Control V. Residual payment and illustration. Assume that purchased goods oblique material worth rupees, let's say 90,000, to not to get confused with the amounts. 90,000 from the vendor. Okay. Amount paid to the vendor of rupees, let us say 86,000. That is not compulsory. Then balance amount is how much? Any guess?
4,000.
4,000, right? So if we go with 4,000, we'll be confused. So let us say 87,000, and here it will be 3,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Observe carefully. We have purchased what the illustration or the example which we are taking is, we assumed that we have purchased goods worth of rupees 90,000 from the vendor. So we are supposed to pay 90,000 rupees. But when we are making payment initially, after purchasing, we are not paying 90,000. We are assuming that we have paid 87,000. So balance 3,000 we will pay later, right? So that 3,000 after 3 days or 4 days or 1 month, whatever it is, we have paid 3,000 rupees. If you observe carefully, this is amount payment of amounts to the vendor is reverse when compared to partial payment. In case of partial payment, initially we paid lesser amount, later on higher amount.
Yeah.
In case of residual payment, initially higher amount, later on lesser amount. That is why they have used the wording called residual. Residual. The term residual will represent in general less amount. Okay. Less importance. Residual means, correct? Okay. So now let us see how this payment method will be done in SAP system. So take step number 1. Similar only, no change. Step 1. Process vendor invoice, but there are some technical differences from partial payment to residual payment. Though processing wise it looks the same, steps wise it looks the same, there are some technical differences that we need to observe. Okay, and those technical differences will be observed after practicing both methods for about 5 to 6 times. So process vendor invoice of rupees 90,000 using F-43, So give F-43 in the command box. F-43 in the command box. Press enter. Press enter. Give the document date, today's date. Give the document date, today's date. Document type KR. Document type KR. Company code MMI1. Company code MMI1. Posting date, today's date. Posting period 3. If we give or do not give, system will pick up the posting period basing on the posting date. If we give or do not give, posting period will be picked up by the system automatically basing on the posting date, please. This will be an interview question, please. Please do remember. Currency INR. Then posting key 31, vendor credit. 31 says vendor shall be credited at the time of processing the invoice. So give the vendor number 1119301. Give the vendor number 1119301. And before going ahead, I would like to mention one point here. If you have understood vendor management thoroughly, understanding customer management will become very easy. Without my explanation, you will understand. Because the reason is customer management is opposite scenario to vendor management. That's it. Everything is same. So learn vendor management effectively. Try to understand vendor management effectively so that automatically it will become very easy for you to understand customer management, sales side. So posting key 31, account 1119301, press enter. Amount is 90,000. Text, vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Simply you can write vendor invoice or purchase processing. Need not be vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Okay, you can give your own text, but it should indicate the activity which we are doing. Then posting key 40. Posting key 40. Then give the purchases GL account 3,03,000. Purchases GL account 3,03,000. Press enter. Press enter. Give star in amount field. Give star in amount field. Give text in, sorry, give plus in text field. Star in amount field, plus in text field. Click on document on the main menu. Click on document on the main menu. Click on simulate. Click on simulate and click on post. Click on post. Click on post. So we have processed purchases made from the vendor worth of 90,000. So as we have processed vendor invoice for 90,000 rupees for the purchases made from the vendor, if we go and see vendor account should show the outstanding payment, outstanding balance to be paid is 90,000. So let us ensure that. So next step number 2. Step number 2. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the payable amount. in order to know the payable amount, display vendor line items using display vendor line items using display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the payable amount. So give FBL1N in the command box. Kindly mute from your side, please. Maharaj, can you please mute yourself because I'm getting a lot of disturbance. Please, kindly mute from yourself.
Actually, there is some internet problem with my connection.
Okay,
I am on the phone now.
Okay. So, okay, no problem, no issues, right? We will manage. So give FBL1N in the command box. Give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Just a second, please. Yeah, give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Give the vendor number 1119301. Give the vendor number 1119301 and give the company code MMI1. Give the company code MMI1. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button and click on execute. Click on execute button which is on the top left. Click on execute button which is on the top left. Click on execute. Click on execute button which is on the top left. See, now we can see that the payable amount is 90,000, right? Yeah. Next step. Step number 3. Sir, please, it's giving high disturbance, please. I would sir. I would request you to please mute, sir, please.
I will relog in.
Yeah, please, kindly. Right. So next step number 3. Step number 3. Step number 3. Yeah. So we have processed 90,000 vendor invoice and the balance is 90,000. Out of 90,000, let us process the payment of 87,000. This step 3 is important, please. Keep star mark for this. Step 3 is very, very important. So process vendor payment of rupees 87,000 using, one second please, leaving rupees 3,000 which is a residual payment. Just for your clear understanding sake, I'm giving you this in brackets so that when you are practicing, you will be comfortable and you will be understood the concept automatically, even if you miss my explanation. So process vendor payment of rupees 87,000 using F-53. So very, very important step, please. So give F-53 in the command box. Give F-53 in the command box. press enter. Give the date, today's date, document date. Give the document date, today's date. Document type must be KZ. By default it is KZ only, but we should ensure that it must be KZ because it is a payment. Company code MMI1. Posting date, today's date. Posting period is 3. Posting date, today's date. Posting period is 3. Currency INR. Currency INR. The clearing text is vendor payment. Vendor payment under residual method. Vendor payment under residual method. Vendor payment under residual method. So give the GL account, cash GL account 1,01,000. Amount 87,000. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, give the text vendor payment under residual method. Vendor payment under residual method. So give the vendor account number 1119301. Our vendor 1119301. 1119301. Then click on process open items on the top left. Write down very carefully, please. Click on process open items on the top left. Click on process open items on the top left. Observe the screen carefully before going further. Amount entered is 87,000, assigned is 90,000 and not assigned is 3,000. So the condition is not satisfied. Always not assigned field must be with 0 amount. Correct?
Yes.
So now write down carefully. Click on residual items tab. Earlier we have clicked on partial payment. Now click on residual items tab, third tab. Click on residual items tab. Then write down very carefully. See, you can see a column with a description called residual items visible.
Yes.
Okay, write down very carefully. Double click in residual items column. Double click in residual items column. I repeat once again. Double click in residual items column in the place which is white in color. Write down as it is. In the place which is white in color. White in color. See, you can see the place white in color here. So I'm double clicking. Observe what will happen. Observed?
Yes.
Earlier there was no amount. Now there is an amount with a minus indicator, and come down. Amount entered is 87,000. Assigned is 87,000. Not assigned is 0. Correct? Now continuation. Click on document on the main menu. Click on document on the main menu. Click on simulate. Click on simulate. Click on simulate. See, for 3,000 there is a separate line item here. System has created one more line item automatically. Okay, so double click on the blue line item. Double click on the blue line item. Double click on the blue line item and give the text Vendor payment under residual method. Vendor payment under residual method. Vendor payment under residual method. Click on back. Click on back. Click on post. Click on post. Click on post. System has given the message document was posted. Yeah. So what we have done is, initially we have processed vendor invoice for 90,000. Out of 90,000 we have cleared, we have paid 87,000. Okay. Now how much will be the due amount?
3,000.
3,000. So let us check that. Step number 4. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the payable amount. Display vendor line items using FBL1N in order to know the payable amount. So give FBL1N in the command box. FBL1N in the command box. Manisha, are you getting sufficient time to note down the things?
Yeah.
Or am I going fast?
No, it's fine.
Okay, right. So give FBL1N in the command box. Press enter. Give the vendor account number 1119301. Give the vendor account number 1119301. Give the company code MMI1. Give the company code MMI1 or company code. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Click on execute. Click on execute. Click on execute. And see the balance, 3,000. Visible?
Yes.
And 80, see, are you able to see 87,000 payment amount? Nowhere system is showing us 87,000, right?
Yeah.
See, system is showing KZ 90,000. It is showing that we have paid 90,000, correct?
Yes.
But it's ideally it should show 87 only, no?
Yes.
But if you observe carefully, what is the document number?
4004, which was generated.
uh, 4004 KZ 90,000. Same 4004 KZ with minus indicator 3,000. Look at here on the top, right?
Yes.
That means, what is the difference between partial amount and partial payment and residual payment is, in case of partial payment, system will not clear the entire amount. But in case of residual payment, system, though we have not paid the total amount, in case of residual payment, system will clear the entire balance, though we have not paid the entire amount, by showing residual amount as an open item. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now let us pay the balance. Next step. Step number 5. Process vendor payment of rupees. Vendor payment for the balance due for the balance due amount using F-53 using F-53 using F-53. So give F-53 in the command box. Give F-53 in the command box. F-53 in the command box. Press enter. Press enter. Give the document date. Give the document date. Document type KZ. Document type KZ. Company code MMI1. Company code MMI1. Give the posting date. Give the posting date. Give the posting period 3. Give the posting period 3. Currency INR. Currency INR. Give the clearing text vendor payment for the balance outstanding. Vendor payment for the balance outstanding. Vendor payment for the balance outstanding. Account cash GL account 1,01,000. 1,01,000. Give the amount 3,000. 3,000. And the text vendor payment for the balance outstanding. Vendor payment for the balance outstanding. The next, give the account vendor account number 1119301. 1119301. 1119301. Click on process open items on the top left. Click on process open items on the top left. Observe carefully. Amount entered is 3,000. Assigned is 3,000. Not assigned is 0. So as the not assigned field is 0, comfortably we can go ahead with processing of the payment. So click on document on the main menu. Click on document on the main menu. Click on simulate. Click on simulate. And click on post. Click on post. So we have cleared the balance amount, residual amount as well. Last step. Step number 6. Step number 6. Display vendor line items using FBL1N. Display vendor line items using FBL1N and ensure that the payable amount is 0. Ensure that the payable amount is 0. Ensure that the payable amount is 0. Display vendor line items using FBL1N and ensure that the payable amount is 0. So give FBL1N in the command box. Give FBL1N in the command box. FBL1N in the command box, press enter. Give the vendor number 1119301, our vendor 1119301. Give the company code MMI1. Give the company code MMI1 and select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Select all items radio button. Click on execute. Click on execute. Now you can see the balance as 0. Visible?
Yes.
Right. So this is what is standard payment, partial payment and residual payment. Okay. Now see, we have processed vendor invoice when we discussed about standard payment, partial payment, residual payment. But how we have processed, which transaction code we have used? F-43. Okay, when we are processing vendor invoice in F-43, what we have done, just I would like to show you. We have given F-43 in the command box. Okay, we used to give F-43, press enter. So give the document date, document type KR, company code MMI1, posting date, posting period, currency, then posting key 31, vendor account 1119301. We used to, then after giving vendor account number, press enter, give the amount, let's say some 44,000, some amount I'm giving. Then give the text vendor invoice. Then posting key 40, 1 lakh, 1 GL account, press enter, give star in amount field, plus in text field, click on document on the main menu, click on simulate, click on post. This is the process we were doing so far while for processing the invoice. So many screens we used to jump. We used to jump from one screen to another screen. Okay. Whatever the process we have done for posting an invoice, whatever the procedure we have followed under F-43 for processing a vendor invoice by moving from one screen to another screen, entire process can be done in one single screen. How that will be done? Let us see. I have not posted, just for your information sake I have shown. So let us try to process vendor invoice in one screen, and that screen is called as enjoy screen. Okay, so just for your notes sake, write down. It's only an additional information, please. Processing vendor invoice using vendor invoice in enjoy screen using FB60. FB60. Take down the path, please. It's SAP Easy Access. SAP Easy Access. Accounting. Accounting. SAP Easy Access. Accounting. Financial accounting. Financial accounting. Accounts payable. Accounts payable. Document entry. Document entry. And you can see here FB60 visible.
Yes.
Right? We used to go with F-43. Now we are going with FB60. So write down, double click on FB60 invoice. Double click on FB60 invoice. See, system says enter incoming invoice. Vendor invoice or purchase invoice is also called as incoming invoice. See, system says enter vendor invoice, right? But which company code it is showing? What is the company code system is displaying? Hello? Hello? Am I audible, please? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is showing PJA1, right? Manisha, are you there? Maraj, are you able to hear Manisha?
No, I can't.
Hello? Okay, so we are able to see company code PJA1. That means that this particular screen is not in our company code. Okay, so I repeat once again. Double click on FB60 invoice. Click on switch company code tab. Click on switch company code tab. Click on switch company code tab. Give the company code, our company code MMI1. Give the company code MMI1. Press enter. Press enter. Now see the screen. It says company code MMI1. Now here, give the vendor number 1119301. Our vendor number 1119301. Then invoice date, nothing but document date in F-43 screen. Invoice date, today's date. Then posting date, today's date. Then amount, some figure I am taking. Let's say 15,000. Any. Then text, vendor invoice. Vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Here you can see GL account. Here, bottom left side, GL account. Give purchases GL account 3 lakhs 3. 3 lakhs 3. 3 lakhs 3. Here you can see a column with D by C. Column with the description D by C. D stands for debit, C stands for credit. So against 3 lakhs 3 GL account, ensure that debit must be there. Should not be credit, it must be debit. Then amount in document currency. You can type it manually 15,000. Manually you can type it, or else if you don't want to type, just give star. System will pick up 15,000 which we have given here. Then the next column local currency amount, next column tax jurisdiction, assignment number. Next here text column. So give vendor invoice. Vendor invoice for the purchases. Vendor invoice processing for the purchases. Just I have copied and pasted. Vendor invoice for the purchases. So what I have given is, I have given GL account number. Here debit, in amount column star, and in text column I have given text. After giving the text, press enter. press enter. Press enter. And see here, balance is 0. Okay. And here an indicator is with green indicator. We have an indicator with green. So system is showing green indicator means whatever the process SOHA we have followed, that is correct. If it is red, there is some mistake in our processing. If it is yellow, still there are some. Yellow never indicates mistake, but it will indicate some warnings. So we should ensure that after pressing enter, this must be green. It should not be in yellow. It should not be in red. Okay, at least it should not be in red. Even if it is in yellow, we can go ahead. But in real time, it is not the case. When we are at learning stage, when we are practicing, even if it is with yellow, no problem. But we should ensure that it should not be with red indicator. So click on simulate. Click on simulate. Click on post. Click on post. And that's it. So this is how we process vendor invoice in one single screen, and this screen is called as enjoy screen. Okay, right. I'll process payment as well in regular mode. I will consider this as step number 1. Step number 2, in normal mode, F-53 only. Process vendor payment using F-53. So just I do it fast. F-53, press enter, give document date, document type, company code, posting date, posting period, INR, clearing text, vendor payment, account 1,01,000, amount 15,000, vendor payment, give the vendor number, click on process open items, ensure that not assigned amount is not assigned field is with 0 balance, document, click on simulate, click on post. The next step also let me complete. Step 3, as we have paid the total amount, the balance must be 0. So display vendor line items using FBL1N and ensure that the payable amount is 0. So give FBL1N in the command box. FBL1N in the command box, press enter. So give the vendor account number, our vendor, that is 1119301. Give company code MMI1, select all items radio button, click on execute. Balance is 0. As I have cleared the entire amount. Okay, so this is what is standard payment, partial payment, and residual payment. Okay, the next concept, next topic is down payment. Down payment. Down payment. Down payment. Down payment. Sorry. Oblique advance payment to the vendor. Advance payment to the vendor. So down payment and advance payment to the vendor. So what exactly is a down payment and what are advance payment, and to process down payment or advance payment made to the vendor, what are the configurational settings required, and how this down payment made to the vendor will be processed. So there are step by step we have to learn. First of all, what is a down payment scenario? And to see the down payment scenario in the system, what are all the configurational settings required in IMG screen, and what are all the step-by-step process that will be followed by the end user to complete this scenario down payment. Okay, so all those things we will continue in tomorrow's session. Okay, I'm stopping the session.
Hello.
Yeah,
I have one doubt.
tell me, sir, please.
In this partial payment, we can take only two payments as, or we can take two or more.
Two or more, sir.
Okay. And one more
Okay.
thing, sir, in that posting screen, open and close posting periods.
Right.
We have taken in the when we assign that account types, no.
Right, same question I had.
First, we have given as plus for all account
Plus,
types.
correct.
And later on, we have given for other account types.
Correct.
Only if we give plus, that is not enough.
That is enough, but in real time we will get some technical issues, sir. Okay, so even in real time also we maintain plus along with other account types. It is advisable.
And why do we give that Z?
This is a very valid question. Okay, right. Let me show you that screen. /NOB52. MMI1. Sir, from account to account, right?
Yes.
From account and to account. By leaving from account and giving to account as Z, see, these accounts will, from account and to account will indicate what basically? From account and to account will indicate, I'll show you. General ledger accounts. See, we have created 1 lakh 1, 1 lakh 2, right? 3 lakh 1, 3 lakh 2, 3 lakh 2, 2 lakhs 3. Like this, we will be maintaining so many GL accounts, no? In real time.
Yes.
Right? See, if you observe carefully, we have maintained GL accounts. For creating GL accounts, we are using only numbers. 1 is a digit, 0 is a digit, 0 is a number, 0 is a number, 0 is a number, 0, 1 is a number. Okay. There is no rule that GL account code must be in numbers. It can be alphanumeric. Okay. So to allow alphanumeric codes, if company wants to use alphanumerical codes for representing GL accounts, this setting will facilitate like that. Which setting? This particular Z. Okay. Right. Well, appreciable question, Miraj. This is really. Okay. So tomorrow at same time 7 p.m.
Okay.
How about Manisha?
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Don't say fine with conditions. If you are comfortable.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Right then. Chalo. We'll meet you at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Have a nice time. Till then.